Good day. We want to look on the first chapter of engineering science and form, and the first chapter is kinematics, and then under kinematics we put three subtopics. There's projectile motion, resultant velocity, and the relative motion, where we look on the relative velocity. So without wasting time, let us just go to our question here. Here on the platform we've got a question which is saying a plane take off from Vanderbilt Air Base in the direction of north 40 degrees west at a speed of 360 kilometers per hour. So considering what we are given here, we are going first of all to draw the canvas. So our canvas in this case, this is the canvas which shows the direction. There's north, which shows that this is the south, and then we have the west, and west. That's the canvas that we are given here. So considering this canvas, now let us check on the question. Is saying there's a plane which is moving on the direction of north 40 degrees west. So north 40 degrees west, this is the plane which is going in this direction, and it's moving at a speed of 360, and this is north 40 degrees west. So this is the 40 degrees angle. So to the from north to west it's 90 degrees. So what it means, this angle is what? It's 50 degrees. And then it is then blown off by a wind. A wind is moving at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour from. So if I say from a direction of west 30 degrees south, so this is the west 30 degrees south direction. So it's moving from the direction, we show it by R, which is west 30 degrees south. So this is the 30 degrees south. Then this one is moving at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour. So that's the canvas that you have to do and show the direction of the forces. Now the question is saying calculate the resultant velocity and its direction. So to calculate the resultant velocity, no need to stress. We've got the formula that we use to calculate the resultant velocity. It says summation of horizontal component squared plus summation of vertical component squared. So now the issue here is to look on the horizontal component. So if you can check, if our plane, it's not, this is the horizontal, this is the vertical. So the plane is neither horizontal nor vertical. So we should come up with the horizontal component of the plane. So if you can check here, let us do it first. This is north and this is west. So this is our plane which is moving 360 at an angle of what? 40 degrees, but it's 50 degrees to the horizontal. So if you want the vertical component here, it will be 360 sine 50 degrees. Our angle will take to the horizontal. So the vertical component, it will be 360 cos 50 degrees. So in other words, our angle takes to be to the horizontal. And then at the same time, we are saying it's moving away from the point. So vertical, it goes away, and also horizontal, it goes away from the point. So same applies here. If we want to do again for our wind is say this is west and south. Our wind says from at an angle of what? 30 degrees. So it's from the direction of west 30 degrees south. So in other words, if you want the horizontal component, it's towards the point. So horizontal component, it goes towards the point, vertical component is towards the point. So horizontal component, since this one is 120, horizontal component will be 120 cos 30 degrees, vertical it's 120 sine 30 degrees. So we should make sure that our angle, we take it to be the horizontal. So now we are saying what is the summation of horizontal component. Horizontal component, if we start with this one, horizontal component it's going to the positive side. This is the positive and this is negative. So if you can check here, positive and negative, so you can check the R, it goes to the positive side. So we're going to say 120 cos 30 degrees plus. If you can check this one again, we are saying horizontal, this is the horizontal component. If you can check, it's going to the negative side. We said this is positive, positive and negative, so it's going to the negative side. So we're going to say 360 cos degrees, but it's minus, so we're going to say minus 360 cos 50 degrees. So in other words, it will be summation of horizontal component 120 cos 30 degrees minus 360 cos 50 degrees. As we said, we have to make sure that this one angle what you are taking is to the horizontal. So you have to look for the answer to this summation. In order to look for the answer, it will be, we are saying in brackets 120 cos 30 minus 360 cos 50 degrees. This one it will, we're going to get minus 127,480, which is kilometers per hour. Now let us go to the summation of vertical components. Vertical component for this one, vertical component, if you can check, it's going up, which is positive. So it's 120 sine 30 degrees. Then if you can check this one, we are saying it's also positive, but it's going up there, which will be equal to, which we got plus again 360 sine 50 degrees. So if you can add the two, as 120 sine 30 plus 360 sine 50 degrees, then we're going to get summation of vertical component is equals 335,76 kilometers per hour. So that's what we are given here. So now, after done with this, we say the resultant, this is the summation of vertical component, this is summation of horizontal component. So resultant, we say resultant is equals summation of vertical horizontal component squared plus summation of vertical component squared. So we can even go to the next page and say our resultant is equals bracket summation of horizontal component. We said our horizontal component is minus 127,480 squared plus we go for vertical, we say 335,776 squared. So if we can calculate this one, we are going to get 127,480 squared plus 335,776 squared. Then we are going to get the result, and there is 359,161 kilometers per hour. So that's the resultant velocity. So now to calculate the direction say theta is equals tan inverse of summation of vertical component over summation of horizontal component, which is equals to theta is equals tan inverse of vertical component. We said on our vertical component, sum of vertical component here is 335,776. So So we're going to say 335,776 all over. Horizontal is 127,480. You just have to ignore the negative in this case. So it will be tan inverse of, in brackets, 335,776 over 127,480. Then you get it as theta is equal to 69.21 degrees. So now in this case here, since we've got our theta, it will be, we should draw the compass again. This is north, this is south, east and west. So now if you can check here, we see our horizontal component is negative, vertical component is positive. So horizontal component, this is positive and this is negative, positive and negative. So if you can check the horizontal component that we get it as negative as minus 127,408. So if it's negative, it's pointing this direction. So this direction, that would be 127,480. And then vertical component, we get it as positive. So positive, it goes up for vertical, which is 335,776. So here, that would be the resultant. So the angle that we're talking about is C, which is 69.21 degrees. That's the angle theta. So let me just write it as theta here. This is angle theta. So if you can check, we are saying this angle theta is starting from west going to north. So it will be west, theta big is north, which is west angle 69.21 degrees north. That would be our direction in this case. That would be the direction. So, and its direction, that's our direction. As you can see, west 69.21 degrees north. Thank you.